There is this thing in hunting and trapping called the duck decoy trap. The trap or structure has a big central pool of water where the ducks can initially land. Then it also has several paths in different directions where the ducks are encouraged to swim. The trap may also have a population of tame ducks or fake decoy ducks. As the wild ducks see the other ducks or duck-looking objects in the structure, they will think it is a safe place to settle. But when the ducks swim into these paths, they become trapped, because the paths are dead ends and have a net over them, preventing the ducks from flying away. After this, it becomes much easier for the trappers to capture the ducks. The ducks fall for this trap because they don't see the duck decoy structure for what it really is, a trap. They don't even know the concept of a trap. They only have their representation of what it looks like to them, a nice pond with fellow ducks hanging around. This is due to their biological instincts and drives, such as the drive to find a safe place to eat and procreate, and also their intellectual limitations. The wild ducks didn't know that the fake plastic ducks weren't real ducks. They didn't know that a net can prevent them from flying away, so they were fooled and they were trapped. This also happens on a human level, for example, various get-rich-quick or pyramid schemes that draw in people with the promises of easy money-making opportunities. Those who fall for these kind of traps also may not have understood the scheme for what it actually is, a way to extract money from fools. But maybe this happens also on a much more fundamental level. If you think about it, it might be the same for humans and the natural world in general as well. Perhaps our own DNA is tricking us to be life-affirming in various ways, which drives us to procreate. This way our DNA can survive through replication. Because most people don't see the world for what it really is either, they only have a representation of it based on their instincts, preconceived notions, experiences, and what is taught to them by a human society. They may look at the flowers and the trees, the birds and the bees, and conclude that this world is a wonderful place where they should bring their unborn children. Just like the wild ducks, they think this is a nice and safe place to settle down. Sure, I can admit that there is some superficial beauty to nature, and looking at beautiful things is calming, but perhaps we perceive it as beautiful because this serves to hide a much darker reality underneath. When people are in nature, their stress level usually goes down, and they feel more calm. That's why people say touch grass, right? I'm not saying it is wrong to enjoy nature if it helps you to cope, but perhaps it is an evolved mechanism that sedates us and makes us more life-affirming, to give us a bigger chance of survival and reproduction. Because in reality, nature is a cruel and unforgiving war zone. Back in the day, let's say 1000 years ago, life was much harder in some ways, but also much simpler in other ways. However, we weren't aware of all the horrors of this world. Most people only met a few hundred or perhaps a few thousand people in their lifetime from the neighboring villages and towns. Today we have international TV reports, online videos, social media posts, scientific studies, statistics, and much more. This new data allows us to look under the rug and get a more nuanced and holistic view of what this place really is and what goes on here. Remember to like and subscribe and let me know your thoughts in the comments. See you again in the next video. Okay, thanks, bye.